Today we have the third in the series of interviews that I promised you on female business owners in the Orlando area. We are talking to Miss Bridget today. Miss Bridget is owner of BK Catering to you. She is not only a caterer and a food truck owner, she does, as you will find out, she does events, she does hiring for staff for events, she likes to decorate for events, and she's just one of those people that you meet and you just start talking and joking with her because she has that kind of personality, which I absolutely loved it because she made this a lot easier for me. I don't know why I'm getting nervous when I do interviews. You guys know I don't get nervous when I do live streams or anything like that, but for some reason interviews befuddle me. But I can tell you that I actually tried Miss Bridget's food because I was able to find an option that was gluten-free, which also happens to be one of my favorite things to eat in the planet, and that would be shrimp and grits, which is very much a southern thing. But right now, Florida is kicking everybody's behind with shrimp and grits, and her shrimp are no exception. Her shrimp are amazing. So, and yes, I want to try other things, but I have to be really careful for reasons that you guys know. So I will let you know when we try the other things. We plan on stalking these ladies and getting some more of their food for another time, maybe pictures, I don't know. But for now, I want you to listen to this lady because she has some really great advice, and she was just a fun interview for me to do. Enjoy the interview. Go. Usaga Sakabo! Here we go to the second interview. This is Miss Bridget from BK's Catering to You. Now, this woman is a jack of all trades. She cooks, and I already tried the food and it was good. She caters, she hires, she does everything. So, today, we're going to have a little chat with her. All right, so we're going to talk to Miss Bridget today about what it is to be a woman business owner in Women's History Month, coming out of Black History Month. And we all know we've been trolled to hell the last 2 months. So here, we'd rather have something positive to say. Miss Bridget, thank you so much for giving us your time.
No problem.
Now, let's start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start your business?
I started my business in 2018. I was going to say 1918. So yeah, 2018. In 2018, I officially started my business.
What part did you start first?
I started the catering and the decor. So I was doing event coordinating. So I was event coordinator. I started that first. But my husband, people used to just want his lunch. So he was like, baby, you got to make another sandwich. You got to make me something else. They sent me $10 for this. They sent me, so I would have to make extra for him to take to work the next day. So I said, okay, let me start doing something to make some money.
So then he was bringing the lunch to other people. So that's how you started getting into food. When did you open the actual food truck?
I actually opened my truck in 2019.
Okay. And which one do you prefer?
I actually prefer, I like the cooking, but I really like doing weddings and stuff like that. I would rather do like the decor and stuff like that. I like when the bride sees her space and stuff like that. But I do like the early morning breakfast cooking because people are like, hey, I came and I'm come back to get this. So it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to kind of pick, yeah.
It's kind of like
because some days are really great and the other days are like,
Yeah, but that's true in everything.
Yeah, that's in everything. So
now I asked Shay one question. Now I'm going to ask you. If there was a young woman, person of color preferably, obviously, because you know our struggles are different than white people, and she's thinking about starting a business, what would you tell her? What advice would you give her?
I would tell her to take her time and go with her own gut. Okay, go with your own gut. You can take there's nothing wrong with listening to what other people say. Okay, but I would definitely say reach out. Like if it's somebody that, if she wants to be a car salesperson, Link up with somebody that sells cars. You know, try to get a mentor. Because some people will act like they're trying to help you, but they're really not trying to help you. Just link up with somebody that's doing what you want to do, and still stay with your gut. Don't let anybody else change your dream. It doesn't matter how fast or how slow it's going, because you know, one day you can make a lot of money, another day you won't make any money, but just stay with it. Be consistent. Be consistent.
Gotcha.
That's the main thing.
Now, you mentioned something when you were giving advice, and I want to ask you. When you're apart from being here on 2100, you actually do you go to food truck events at all?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what makes you decide whether to go on food truck events or just stay here and do your thing here?
Oh.
It's not a wedding, because
right.
Wedding.
You mean like if I'm just okay? So like, let's take this weekend for instance. This weekend I'm going to be doing a jazz concert. I'm going to be at a jazz festival. I judge things on how I'm feeling. Okay, I don't chase every nickel or every dime. It's people that call me all the time and say, hey, can you do this? Or hey, can you come do this event? Hey, we got the vendor fee is this much to come out. I don't chase I just don't. It depends on how I feel.
Okay.
If I'm going to do it. So it's just, I know I was going to do the jazz concert for them when COVID hit before. So I'm going back again this year.
Okay.
So I did an event for them prior, so I'll go back again this year. And that just has to do with the connection that I have with the promoters for that event.
Gotcha.
But like when we have other events, like every year we have Classic, I'm going to stay right here. I don't need to run all over the place. You know, we have different festivals all the time. We have Funk Fest coming. We have different fests that will come. I don't feel the need to have to go chase and be at every single one, because this is my main spot here, and I like to be consistent for my customers, my everyday customers.
Okay, for 2100, how many days of the week are you here?
I am here from Tuesday. I'm here from Tuesday through Friday, and 2 Saturdays out of the month.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so.
And one question that I want to ask you, because COVID has done a number on everybody.
Yes.
And you started in 2018, which basically you had like a year before it happened.
Right, and COVID, and actually I was only doing Fridays and Saturdays.
When you started.
So yes, so I was only doing Fridays and Saturdays. So when COVID hit, I was really rolling. So I was really rolling, and then plus I had a regular 9 to 5. So I would leave my regular job and then come and get on my truck, because I would catch like the late night people for dinner and club night.
Mm-hmm.
But when COVID hit, I was really making money. I was ready. I was like, every day I was praying like, Lord, just let me be able to be on my truck every day. Just let me be able to, and then COVID hit, and
but you're still here.
But I'm still here. I'm still here. I survived.
If you know,
I have a new space.
But there's an old saying that says that when hard times hit, if your business survives, it can survive anything.
There you go.
And the people who survived COVID definitely have a leg up on a lot of other people, because they were able to maneuver through it. That doesn't mean that you can't come back if your business didn't do well. It just means that you have to get ready for the next one, because there's always going to be something happening. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary. Now, the last question that I'm going to ask you, Miss Bridget, other than the catering and the food truck, do you have any other businesses? Because you're a woman of all trades.
Well, remember I told you, like I said, we do weddings, and a lot of times we don't even have to do the food. We could just staff it. I have staff. So we have bartenders, servers. I also hold a liquor license, so, you know, I can do the full event, you know. But a lot of times we can just come and set up. We have tables, chairs, linen. We rent that stuff out as well. So a lot of times, like I said, people don't have to come to us for food. They can come to us for the decor. They can come to us just for staffing. And it doesn't have to be a wedding or a birthday party. We do repasses. You know, anything that you need staffing for, we pretty much have somebody for.
Excellent. Now, if you're in the Orlando area, I highly recommend you look her up. I am going to link all her social media below. Thank you so much for
Thank
giving me a
you.
second chance.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You'll know the story. I'll have to say it again. There you have it. Now, when I started her interview, I mentioned it was the second interview. The reason I said that instead of the third interview is because that was supposed to be the second interview of the day. I interviewed Miss Bridget originally when I interviewed Miss Shay, and something happened to the recording, and that's why we decided to come back. And she was lovely, and it was more than welcoming to have a second chance to record her interview. Now, I have loved this particular part of the journey more than anything else. I have loved interviewing women business owners, and I hope to do that more of that in the future. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be women business owners. It can also be men business owners, but I would like to focus on minority or marginalized communities, because it's time we put our money where our mouth is and we start supporting those businesses of people of color that we always talk about on those designated months like Black History Month or Hispanic Heritage Month or Women's History Month. And then for some reason we forget and we keep on supporting the same businesses over and over again. I would rather support an independent business 10 times before I support a corporation. Nothing wrong with supporting corporations. I just think it's time we give other people a chance to make their business into whatever they want them to be. So I hope you enjoyed these interviews with Miss Arlene, Miss Shay, and Miss Bridget. And with that, I leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.